Okay guys, today we're going to be talking about the number one indicator that professionals use and one of my favorite indicators, pretty much the only indicator that I use. Um, and you can use this in both futures and stocks. You can't really use it in Forex as there is no volume in Forex. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so you may be asking, what is VWAP? Okay, VWAP is very simple. VWAP stands for volume weighted average price. And what it is basically a calculation. It's an average calculation of the change in price um, with the change in volume and the volume at price. So it kind of makes an average based on all those parameters, and it charts out a line. Okay, look something like this. This is Thinkorswim. This is just a free indicator. Now, why is it so significant? It's looked at by institutions. Okay, they use it to gauge their entries and performance on the day. They don't really care about, you know, exact entries and prices. They don't really care. They're handling billions and billions of dollars. They don't really care about, you know, um, like patterns or, setups. Like, they don't really care. They just want to get a good price, and they want to make sure that they didn't get in at the exact high of the day or at the exact low of the day, and they don't want to look bad in their performance reports. Okay. Now also algorithms, program selling or buying, they look at VWAP, so you'll have some programs or algos selling or buying at these levels. So you will see some reaction from that. Now, much like any indicator, you don't want to just go look at pop a VWAP on your platform and then just take every single setup that you see. That's how you lose all your money. You don't want to do that. Okay, like any other indicator in the world, you don't just take any signal. There has to be a reason. There has to be context behind why it's being used. Okay, I like to use VWAP only when there is low volatility or low volume. Okay, because in low volume my setups don't work as well, and VWAP just gives me clean entries, and I don't really want to stress out too much by trading my regular setups. Okay, now what I like to look for, which is very simple, I just like to look for a clean move through it. Okay, you want to make sure that the market starts to make a new trend in whichever direction. Doesn't matter if it's up or down. Just a clean move like this, starts making new lows. Okay, that's already starting to tell me, okay, there's sellers. Obviously, I look at order flow and other things. So right now, I'm just specifically talking about price action and VWAP. Okay, so I don't actually just look at this. I have other things I look at. So back to what I was saying, I look for clean moves through it, and I look for a pullback, kind of like this, and then I look for a reaction. Okay. Now you can look at your own stock or futures, whatever you want to look at, and you look at things like this. Clean move, straight, and then a pullback, test, and then fail. Okay. This will make this will blow your mind. Okay. Once you started to understand it, because it works so well, and you will ask yourself why you didn't learn how to use it earlier. Okay, so as you can see, we got a clean green, all buying, 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 pull back into VWAP, and then guess what? We met some sellers right here. Very clear to see that after all this buying, there was sellers here, stopping price from going higher, right? After this, look at this. Somebody stepped in, sold all this, right? That's when you would take your short, put your stop one tick above, right? And S&P 500, you never put your stops at exact highs. Okay, as you can see, it likes to test exact levels or exact prices many times, so you always put it a tick above or two. Okay, so then you short, and then you take your trade until profit or whatever you want to take your target. Okay. Now, VWAP, there's many ways of trading it. Like I said, I like to use it So let me just draw VWAP, like a fake VWAP. Okay, so let's just say this is VWAP. Okay, and then okay, this is gonna be price. This is gonna be the market. So we're trading up here, right? This is what I like to look at. I like to see this. A clean cut through, then a test, failure, and then a continuation. This is what I like to look for. Okay? You can also look for the same thing just on the way up. Clean, test, continuation. You want to look for high volume here. Okay? You want to look for a high volume break and then a low volume pullback, and then you want to look for a reaction. Okay? High volume break, low volume pullback. Okay, low participation. You don't want a lot of sellers to participate in this, otherwise it's going to break and continue lower. Okay, so you want to look for low volume on the way down. Okay. Now, what you can also look for is when the market is kind of cutting straight through, and you see that it's kind of aggressive. Okay, you will see little tiny pullbacks. Okay, if we were to zoom in a little more, it's the same idea. You see a little tiny pullback, boom, like a little. You'll see like a little candle with like a big wick, something like that, and then you see a continuation, right? So if you see something like this cutting through VWAP, just take the short and then put your stop above here, and then write it down to wherever it's gonna go. Okay. Very simple, guys. Not very complicated. Same thing on the way up. Okay. Don't really think I need to explain it again, but same thing. Now, the times that you want to stay out is when the VWAP is being traded a lot. Okay. This is like a little warning sign if it's just kind of doing this. If you do something like that, just that. Obviously, during or before this happens, it's going to look a little, and this is where it's kind of harder for you to trade. And this is where you have to kind of have your own rules as to when to use it and when not to use it. Okay, when you see VWAP being traded a lot and just kind of price just hanging around, not really going, it's a little far away and then it comes back, just don't really trade it. Okay, like I said, you want to be only involved when it's a clean move. Okay, so like, let's say the market is kind of trading like this, and then it's like this. We made a higher high, we test, and then we go. Okay, very clean moves. Okay, you don't really want to be like stuff like that. Like that doesn't work. Okay. Don't trade when it's kind of like this. Okay, look for very clean entries. Be very picky with your entries. Okay. That's a tip I always tell my guys from the futures masterclass. Be very picky with your entries. Okay. Otherwise, you just take anything, and that's how you lose money. Be very picky. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, it's very simple. Just trade VWAP when it's clean, and don't trade every single setup. You guys should. I recommend you guys go and pull up a VWAP in your own charts for your stocks or whatever you want to look at, and observe how it reacts. Because every market is different at the end of the day too. So you have to observe the behaviors of each market that you're trading. And just see how it works. Oh, look, every time that we consolidate a lot, then after a while it just blows up from VWAP, or you know or it sells off, or it doesn't matter, anything, right? You just have to kind of test it out. But yeah, like I said, once you learn how to observe VWAP, it's going to be a game changer for you. um, and yeah, I mean, I helped you discover this tool, and I hope you guys put it to good use. Make sure you leave a like in this video, guys. Again, if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I always try to answer. If you guys haven't joined the free Discord, just click the link in the description. Go to the free Discord. I'm kind of active on the futures chat for the free Discord, so if you want to check that out. I also have the course you guys know about. So if you want to get involved with that, get a little more detailed explanations on everything and actual trading rules and setups, then sign up for that. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.